Excellencies, I am humbled to have presided over a conference that will be regarded for many years to come as a shining example of what multilateralism can achieve when there is all-round respect for principles of inclusiveness, transparency, and the need for mutual reassurances. This significance of the Durban outcome, which reached far beyond the climate change issue, it was a great triumph for multilateralism in a broader sense. Durban was an example of how issues of global concern, such as climate change, can be effectively and equitably addressed through the authority, legitimacy, and resources that only multilateral solution can offer. I'm reminded of an African proverb that speaks to this principle, and it says, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk with others. We have walked a long way from Durban to Doha. Multilateralism has served us well. Let us now add agency to our resolve to tackle the climate change. The latest science tells us that urgent action is needed if we are to avoid global catastrophe in the next generation. We cannot waver in our resolve to rise to this challenge. While Durban restored the international community's trust in the UNFCCC process, we cannot for a moment waver in our dedication. We need to build on it to ensure that we have in place an effective policy framework for mitigation and adaptation action now up to 2020 and beyond. Climate change is the most serious sustainable development challenge of our time. We must act now. As I hand over to the COP and CMP presidency to His Excellency Mr. Abdullah bin Hamad Al Thani, I call on parties to make sure that Doha stays true to the legacy of Durban. It is my sincere hope that this conference will deliver an outcome which will send a clear signal that the UNFCCC process is working and that it is delivering decisions which will lead to effective climate actions. The necessary political will to reach consensus is not just the responsibility of the COP president, it is the responsibility of each and every party. I have no doubt that in order for us to have a successful outcome here in Doha, parties will need to achieve balanced progress in the work of the three working groups, taking into account the different levels of maturity of the work in each one. This means adopting a ratifiable second commitment period under the Kyoto Protocol, successfully concluding the work under the AWG LCA, and finding an appropriate space for residual and perennial issues to be discussed either under the Conference of Parties, the subsidiary bodies, or newly established institutions. This will set the stage for the constructive work under the Durban Platform for Enhanced Action as soon as its plan of work has been agreed to here in Doha. It would be a big step backward for the ADP to become the LCA in another name. We need to move forward on our common post-2020 perspective under the ADP without delay. We need to explore options for actions that can close the ambition gap with a view to ensuring that the highest possible mitigation and adaptation actions by all parties to the UNFCCC, supported by the necessary means of implementation. Crucial to our endeavor is scaled-up financial support to implement the decisions already taken. As you will recall, we agreed to establish a work program on long-term finance. I hope that parties will agree to take bold actions on the basis of the report and recommendations of the co-chairs that can tackle this issue to the next level. Without high-level political commitment towards the issues of finance, our negotiations will be troubled. An agreement on finance is central to any outcome, both within the pre-2020 perspective and the post-2020 perspective. Such an agreement has to include transparency in disbursement or the fast start financing provided up to 2012, and how the funding of the $10 billion in 2012 will be scaled up in the period up to 2020 in order to reach the target of the $100 billion per year by 2020 as pledged. Your Excellencies, we have an opportunity here in Doha to make history once again by opening a new chapter that will lead us beyond 2020. UNFCCC process was reinvigorated in Durban, and in Doha must set the stage for a new era of cooperation, a new era of sustainable development. Let us focus our minds during the next 2 weeks, first on the implementation of the delicate and balanced agreement we have already reached, and then on doing the groundwork for the future. Tomorrow, I will be launching a publication called Thuto ya Batho, Teachings from My People. Distinguished delegates, I declare His Excellency Mr. Al-Attiyah elected President of the 18th session of the Conference of Parties. May I congratulate Mr. Al-Attiyah on this election and wish him every success in guiding the work of the conference at this important 18th session. I now invite Mr. Al-Attiyah to take his seat on the podium.